Um, for us, LAM has been a time of complete breakthrough in our marriage, something that we haven't experienced ever through all the kinds of things, programs, workshops that we've been through. It's been complete breakthrough for us. Going into LAM, I had a very negative outlook on what was to come. We've been married for 14 years, and we've had just years of hurt and woundedness that's deep rooted. I pretty much said to God, if this doesn't work, then we're pretty much destined to live the rest of our lives in misery with one another. But then I remember Shyla telling me, all you need is just be willing to walk through those doors. Just a willing heart to just make it to Thursday, every Thursday, just show up. That's all. And the Holy Spirit's going to show up and do something wonderful.
When we first decided to go to LAM, I didn't really have any expectations. I just knew that we had to do something. We've tried everything else in the past, different seminars and getaways, and never really had that breakthrough. And I thought, wow, if Fanny wants to go to this thing and she's going to get something from it, and I'm going to show up.
Okay, so every week we would show up on Thursday, and Holy Spirit would show up, but he would show up in other people's lives. And even though I would rejoice with them, I was still feeling discouraged because I didn't see my breakthrough anywhere near. And so that's where one-on-one couples coaching saved us.
But I think that it was like she was expecting something to happen. We were both had this expectation of something to happen, and we were like, and it didn't happen.
Well, because we saw it happening for everybody else. Right. Week after week, couples were getting touched, they were getting healed, they were getting breakthrough.
And it seemed like we were just getting more angry and angry at each other. And
yeah,
it was getting worse, not better.
The tools that were presented to us were definitely valuable, but because of the wounding that we had, the stuff that was so deep rooted that we didn't want to touch, we didn't want to uncover. It's like there was a Band-Aid over the wound that we just want to keep it covered. We didn't want to go there. So that's when we decided that one-on-one couples coaching was going to be the answer for us. And instead of doing it in front of the whole group, just because we had so much baggage, so much stuff we needed to deal with, we decided to do it privately with Shana and Igor at their home. And they walked us through some amazing things, from just breaking off generational curses.
Well, it was great the first time we went.
Yeah, we did it more than once.
It was all about you, and I was thinking, here's our breakthrough. Here we go.
Yeah. It wasn't fun, but it was necessary. I didn't realize how much stuff I was still carrying that had made me build walls around my heart. But we didn't do it one time. We didn't do it twice. We had to do it a few times. And then I remember 11 weeks into LAM, we were doing a one-on-one exercise, me and Matt together. And again, we couldn't get through the exercise by ourselves. Igor had to come over and break us up and help us through the exercise, because we would just get at each other no matter what. And God that night said, it's time to heal this. It's time to lift off the Band-Aid. Stop trying to, apply Neosporin on it and it's not healing. It's oozing bad stuff. And they said, we can either do it now or we can do it right now, but it has to go. And so I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. We hadn't talked about it for years, this thing, and they just walked us through steps of reconciliation to one another.
It was like Shyla and Igor, God used them to ask me these questions, and to really make me remember things that I guess I just put away.
And I can honestly say that the Holy Spirit showed up and just broke off pain, hurt, unforgiveness. That's the biggest one. We hear unforgiveness being taught all the time, but being walked through forgiving someone, not being able to justify yourself or being able to explain why you're holding it or why you feel this way or what. It's something different. I mean, it's more about the other person's healing than you being right or you being able to explain yourself. And that was what, God just was all over that, and he blessed us. And I can honestly say that I'm really excited to walk the rest of our days together in freedom and in victory because of what we went through.